a church based on principles. In China, there is not, people talk about the three religions of China. There are no three religions in China. There are three teachings in China: Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. Confucianism is based on Li, which is ritual. Buddhism is based on the Bajang Dao, and Taoism has many forms of Taoism. There's philosophical Taoism and there's religious Taoism. The Huanglao Zhuangzi is philosophical Taoism. The religious Taoism is very much into mysticism, spiritual mediums. It's very closely rooted to nature. It has a whole pantheon of gods. And it also has a very strong moral and ethical practice and code by its monks. In China, you have the three teachings. Chinese religion is actually a smorgasbord from which one chooses one religion. So one can be a little bit of Taoist, a little bit of Buddhist, and a little bit of Confucian. You know, so some Chinese religious people are very Confucian, a little Buddhist, and a little Taoist. Some are very Buddhist, a little Taoist, and a little Confucian. Some are very Taoist, a little Confucian, and a little Buddhist. But it's like, so Chinese religion is actually an individual phenomena and not a dogmatic creed. So in order to understand Chinese religion, you must understand that it is a thing that a person builds in his own heart. Universalism, Unitarianism contains this very same principle. You build a religion in your heart from what you understand as being true. This is a bridge. This is a bridge between the West and the East. The only form of Christianity that will ever be able to address Chinese religion is universal Unitarianism, because it's not a dogmatic creed. You know, from the West, the Muslims have tried very hard to come into China and convert China to Islam. And from the oceans, the Christian missionaries came. First the Jesuits, and then all the Protestant churches came. They have tried. We have spent millions and millions of dollars trying to convert these Chinese to Christianity. But the problem is, if you convert them to a creed that is a dogma, that is a principle of belief in a heaven and hell, you have taken away their ability to formulate their own natural religion. And so the Chinese struggle mightily to maintain their own spiritual independence. China is indeed a spiritual giant, and most people don't know this. I am very much interested in the reemergence of religion in China. I am interested in the reemergence of Confucianism. It is not doing very well, but there's something called New Confucianism, which is reemerging, and it's being studied in the Beida, Renmin Dashi, 所有的大学都是念的这个. It's being studied in every Confucianism. But Buddhism is making a very strong comeback. And surprisingly, Christianity is also, non-Unitarian Christianity is making a very strong comeback. When I heard that there was a Unitarian Universalist church in Hong Kong, it immediately sparked my interest. Because I believe that Universal Unitarianist Church can speak the language of the three Chinese teachings. And also, it is not impossible for a Confucianist, a Taoist, or a Buddhist to be a Unitarian Universalist. It is very easy for us to be a Universal Unitarian. I would like to see the Universal Unitarian movement grow. When I go back to Australia in a few days' time, I will be getting ready to teach Buddhism to the Universal Unitarian Church there. But I am also trying to study very much the history of the Universalist Unitarian Church. The Reverend Bob McPherson, who is the minister for our church, said that he would like me to become a minister. Now, how does a Buddhist monk become a Unitarian minister? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Okay, if there's anybody want to ask any questions, I pretty much said everything that I want to say.